of this tournament. And we're going to see more than one cheat. I think we saw 3 cheats yesterday at the press meet. Delighted to have Shriram come and join me now. Shriram, it's been a lovely kind of festival feel to get things going. A sign of things to come potentially.
Absolutely.
फसेनी हैन बाहिर यसरी भित्र जान त गाह्रो छ अहिले हाले इजी
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
दाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गर्दिन न भाइ रेड बुल के दिएको यो रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ
Red Bull. Costly Nerozone.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove. Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
Making it slightly difficult. Anil Kumar Saha, couple of juggling catches, but he's here to open the batting. Strike rate of 122, 41 versus Canada, his best. But he's got to play the sheet anchor role. He's got to use his experience, and he's got to play a captain's innings if he's got to get his team over the line.
Yeah, they're his career T20I numbers, but it was actually the sheer weight of runs at this time last year, or excuse me, earlier in this year, January, that forced him back into the national side. There is Asif Sheikh, almost ever present at the top of the order since he's made his debut. Very fine gloveman. I was actually surprised to see Lahiru Malantha with the gloves instead of Asif Sheikh, and he is the marquee player. There was 8 marquee players, 1 for each of the 8 teams that will contest this inaugural edition of the NPL, and he's the only one of the 8 to not be captaining his side. Himself and Anil Sar are great friends, and they said it doesn't matter who captains, it's all about the team, and that's a vintage Pabudu Dasanayaka coach side, isn't it? It's what he does. Now, here's the moment. Chris Soule, as associate cricketers go, he's as X-factor as they come. He's been clocked at 156 kilometres an hour. He is rapid if he gets it up to his best.
Wow, that'll be interesting.
He's got the new ball in his hand. Here he goes. And he's a bit wayward occasionally too. That is a horror start. Sprayed down the leg side. Maybe an issue with the footmarks. That's going to be 5 wides. We're yet to see a legal ball bowled. The perfect start for the chase.
Yeah, the target's now down to 123. That's what it means. Wow, the diving keeper couldn't even get a hand on it. As wayward as you can get. And ball quick, Chris Soule. He's got to get his radar right.
We're going to have lots of Super 4s powered by Ncell throughout the competition. That's a Super 5. That one flies down the leg side. Shape away, and it's going to be another wide. One thing about the crowd here, I spoke to Chris Soule before the start of the game. He was part of a couple of those iconic Scotland versus Nepal matches. Nepal getting the better of both of them in Cricket World Cup League 2 last year, last February. He said, it's going to be nice to have the crowd cheering for me for once here.
You know what it feels like when you're playing against a home team which is as supported as Nepal. They love their cricket, the Nepalis.
Well, the first run's off the bat, and there's going to be bonus runs here. You're not going to believe this. It's going to be 5 more. We talk about those Super 4s powered by Ncell 4G. Well, it's another 5, the second of the over. A disastrous start with the ball.
Can't get any worse. Was that an overthrow? Yes, it was. The keeper didn't get a hand on it. No one backing up. It's just one legal ball bowled and 11 runs on the board. Can't get any worse for the Kings. Janakpur bowls will take every bit of this. 11 for no loss in one ball. What are we in here for? Chris Soule, 145 k's per hour.
Do not adjust your TV set. Those graphics are right. 1 legal delivery bowled, 11 runs on the board. A disaster of a start. Can they find a way back into the contest?
Asif is quite aware of the pace that Chris Soule can generate. Not much footwork, just a waft outside the off stump for the second legal delivery, a dot. At last, Sandeep Lamichhane is not what he wanted. He wanted a couple of wickets, but not 11 runs of 2 balls.
Nearly chops on. Yeah, if you look at Chris Soule here, this is a new addition. This is the month of November. It is also the final day of November. There's a great charity, Movember, that encourages men to grow for the month of November a moustache. It's also a great final day of going. I think it might go tomorrow.
It's got a bit of Sean Tate about him.
Oh, it's chopped on. Runs, wickets, all happening in the opening over. Too quick for Asif Sheikh. And runs, wickets, the Kings. They strike back.
Got one back, Chris Soule. Wayward start. First 2 balls went for wide, then an overthrow. 2 dot balls, but this time no footwork. Played on to the stumps. Nothing short from Asif Sheikh. And the start the BIRATNAGAR Kings wanted. Yeah, we are the Kings, says so. Asif Sheikh gone without scoring. Could you believe it? Bowl Soule. It's 11 for 1 after 4 balls.
Namaste.
Mihiru Mulantha, of Sri Lankan origin, but very much in his second home now in the United States of America, has qualified for USA, but not into the international side yet. There's such competition over there in the States in terms of getting into that squad. They've been having an excellent 2024. He will come in at number 3, keeper batter. With a wide down the leg side, so an erratic start, action aplenty.
What a first over this has been. It's all happened here. Yeah, there's nothing short from Asif Sheikh. Aware that Chris Soule is going to bowl rockets. Not much footwork. Just stood there and then wafted with his hands, hoping that he'll get bat on ball. He did get bat on ball, it just played onto his stumps, that's all. Knocked the leg peg back. He's got to depart.
He's a good athlete as well, Chris Soule. His father played international rugby. Didn't just captain Scotland, he captained the British and Irish Lions as well. And if you're wondering about the demand and the hype and the craze and the fanaticism for the Nepal Premier League, rather them than me, but they're up there even in the branches of the trees.
Every vantage point taken, but that's not safe. People, please look out. Your safety is primary importance.
Very experienced at doing it. They do it for almost every game. Sometimes you see them with the motorbike helmets up there as well. What an entertaining open.